Hey guys, this is Vaderade19 and today I'm going to talk about a couple factions that I wish I had farmed earlier. And these factions might not necessarily be great in battle, but they can have some benefit in ships. So they might not directly affect territory wars or grand arena or even arena, but again, ships could really be helpful as well. Now the first faction I really want to talk about is the Galactic Republic faction. Now, the Galactic Republic faction includes the clones, some of the Jedi, as well as the main leader of the faction, I guess, for the ships, is Mace Windu. And that goes with his endurance challenge, which is one of the tougher challenges, I think, and I have trouble beating it because you go up against the Executrix. Now, also, along with that, there are the clones, which make a good team as well that could be somewhat maybe territory battle or even maybe at the back end of a lower grand arena team if you don't have quite as many good teams. Now, they really supercharge that Galactic Republic ship faction, and it would help to have Plo Koon in there, Fives, Rex's ship, Anakin's Starfighter, all those. They really help out, and they can put an edge on your Galactic Republic game and your ships game as well, because you can add the endurance in there into your Grand Arena and also territory battles. The next faction I'd like to talk about is the Sith faction. I have Palpatine and Vader and the likes of Darth Maul as well, but I wish I had farmed Sith Trooper earlier along with Scion and Nihilus. Now they go along better with Traya, but I don't have Traya yet. But that whole faction themselves is an excellent faction, definitely arena viable. Also, it is definitely grand arena and territory battle and territory war viable. It's really helpful, and Scion just alone himself along with Nihilus are excellent characters, with Scion's held by hatred and Nihilus's annihilate ability. Now the next faction I'd like to talk about isn't really a good at all grand arena faction, territory wars, but territory battle faction, but they have excellent ships, and that is going to be the Bugs or the Genosian faction. Now, not Poggle. I really haven't messed with Poggle. He's not that great of a character. But I'm talking about Sunfok, Genosian Soldier, and Genosian Spy. Their ships work so well together, and they can really supercharge your ship's faction as well, and I really don't have any of those characters farmed that high or geared up, but I do have their ships to a standard level, I guess, and their characters to a decent level as well. That's a faction I wish I had worked on earlier, so I could be a little higher in ships now as well. After that, I'd probably have to say the factions that are needed for legendary characters, which right now I'm finishing up the end of the CLS little faction there with Stormtrooper Han, Leia, Farm Boy Luke, Old Ben, and R2. I'm finishing up their gear, and hopefully I'll be able to get CLS the next time around. But CLS is a great character with an excellent lead that this faction can lead you to, and also he makes you have a perhaps arena viable team if your rebels are good enough. Definitely grand arena viable, territory war, and territory battles as well. The next faction and the last faction I'd probably work on, I haven't even started working on them yet, but that is going to be the Rey Jedi Training faction, and she is a great character, a great in-game character, but I just haven't gotten there yet. I have to work on these other factions first, and I'm not to that point, and they are some of the tougher farms as well. You've got Veteran Smuggler Han and Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca, which are the last two nodes on the Cantina, and they're a little tougher to farm because they take more energy, and you're not going to be able to get as many shards per day. But they are decent characters, and you can use them for the Smugglers events as well, along with Rey. Rey Scavenger. She's a little tougher to get too because she's a light dark side node as well, and also she's kind of available sometimes in the guild store. And then the other one that's like that is going to be Finn, and he is in the guild store as well, and also light dark side battles. And then the last one of that group is going to be BB-8, and that's the legendary you get from the First Order faction. Now, once you finally get these factions, you'll have more territory battle teams, more territory war teams, your ships will be better, and eventually your grand arena teams, and you could even use some of these teams as your arena team as well. But those are some of the factions I wish I had worked on earlier, and I wish I was working on more now. but unfortunately I'm not quite there yet, but hopefully I will be soon. I'm slowly working on it. I'm almost done with CLS, so Ray Jedi training will be next probably. Maybe working on the Sith a little more right now, but other than that, if you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. Alright, thanks guys.